Welcome to day 536 of our Web3 journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in DeSoFi. And DeSoFi is a Web3 mobile app built on the DeSo blockchain. So we actually have a lot to talk about in regards to DeSo today, a lot going on. But first, what is the Linux Foundation doing, Brian?
Yeah, so the Linux Foundation announced earlier this morning that they're forming the Open Wallet Foundation, OWF. And this new foundation is basically being created to develop interoperable digital wallets. So obviously digital wallets are becoming a big thing, both in crypto and just online in general and on smartphones in general, whether it's like PayPal or Apple Wallet. But what the Linux Foundation is trying to do is create a secure, multi-purpose, open source engine. And they want this to allow anyone to access and build digital wallets that play nicely with other digital wallets. And of course, the Linux Foundation uh, has been dedicated to building sustainable ecosystems around open source projects. So the Open Wallet Foundation is just going to kind of be an extension of that for digital wallets. And the executive director of the Linux Foundation, Jim Zemlin, said the following: "We are convinced that the digital wallet will play a critical role for digital securities. Open software is the key to interoperability and security." So I'm looking forward to seeing what comes of this. I think that wallets are important, whether it's MetaMask or whether it's something as simple as like the Apple Wallet or PayPal. I think obviously the wallet is the future of mobile, the future of the internet, and the future of crypto. And being able to have an integration between all these wallets and make them interoperable is something that we're going to obviously trend towards, because interoperability makes everybody's life a lot easier. So I'm looking forward to seeing what comes of this.
And especially in a seamless way where it doesn't take a coder to understand how to access your NFTs or access your cryptocurrency in a wallet. So should be interesting. I mean, DeSo is kind of doing some of this too as well with their integration with MetaMask. It's going to be interesting to see how all that kind of works together.
Yeah, like imagine if other maybe the Open Wallet Foundation will create something that's interoperable with MetaMask, and then DeSo would be accessible on MetaMask, so or on everything else that they're all those foundation members are using. So I think it's big. One thing I want to point out is that the foundation is the brainchild of Daniel Goldscheider, who's the CEO of the open banking startup Yes.com. But the foundation also includes people from Okta, Ping Identity, Accenture, CVS Health, Open ID Foundation, and many other public and private entities.
Very interesting. So now moving on to DeSo, since there's actually a lot to talk about today after a slow several days last week and into this week. Yesterday, DeSo OG and developer Tyne was the first to notice that node update docs were just published. And he made a post about this. And a few hours later, Natter confirmed it all. And Natter actually made a post saying that Core now has an official protocol for testing and executing network upgrades, and they now have a fully standardized process for node operators to subscribe to for the latest updates. This is super important. The new document's located at docs.deso.org. Also, you can click on the link above this video and you can see the exact document on docs.deso.org. But I think this is super, super important for developers. Natter also posted, quote, "I'm happy to announce that we'll be putting this protocol in action with the launch of the MetaMask integration next week." So MetaMask is coming next week. We don't know if anything else could be coming alongside of it, but I think MetaMask alone, the integration of MetaMask, is super exciting, and I think a lot of people are not realizing how exciting this has the potential of being. So this new protocol was actually created after Natter and the core team research techniques used by other protocols like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, like Polygon, like multiple other protocols out there. And the hopes are that it's going to make upgrades much smoother for developers. You might recall after a couple of the previous hard forks, it crashed certain nodes. The update crashed nodes because developers weren't aware that they should have been updated. They didn't know what they should be doing. It was just a confusing mess. So it's awesome that they now have this. So developers shouldn't have to worry any longer about being caught off guard by a hard fork.
Yeah, I'm as somebody working on a project. This is great. I know that our team at NFTZ is really happy about this. I know
Yeah.
other developers are as well. So I want to move on to Natter. Natter divulged some more details on the new hard fork that's forthcoming, and uh, he said that is coming next week. It appears, looking at the code and everything, that it's likely going to come probably on Monday, the 19th of September, which is about 6 days from now. It's called the social layer fork, and it enables a MetaMask integration that will open DeSo up to millions of Ethereum users. And it's going to allow DeSo to become a cross-chain social layer for all of Web3, Natter said. If you are a node operator, a few important things. You must reboot your node before 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time on Monday, September 19th. So I'm guessing that that's probably about when they're going to roll this thing out. They are also giving us 1 week notice instead of 2 weeks. They're doing this because they're trying to push us out quickly because Natter wants to be able to talk about it at the Masari event next week. So that's really important. If you are a node operator, definitely follow those quick instructions.
Yeah, and that Masari event's taking place in New York City, I think between September 21st and 23rd. I believe Natter's speaking on the 21st. It's either the 21st or the 23rd. I'm not sure. But if you're attending, definitely take part because they're going to have a booth and you can visit the DeSo booth over there and learn even more. So moving on, DeSocial World put out their Q4 2022 roadmap this morning. And some of what's included in that roadmap is a complete set of DeSocial World company setup. So all the legal entities are going to be set up. Everything's going to be set up to make DeSocial World an official company. That's coming Q4. Also in Q4 is going to be the release of the post to earn DAO on DAO. I know a lot of people have been waiting for that. I know there's been a lot of talk about this. I think it has potential to be really exciting. They're also going to participate in at least one DeSo onboarding event. They're going to expand their part-time global team. They will be releasing a Q1 2023 roadmap. I can't wait to see that. They're going to continue to engage with their fantastic community. That's you guys and girls. They're going to continue to release desocialworld.com features as well. They also said they're working on product, company, go-to-market, earnings models, and more. And they're always looking for collaborations. They collaborate with a bunch of different teams already, including NFTZ, DeSoFi, GD Virtual Galleries, Alton Base, Seals, Vibe Hut, Open Prosper, DeSo Geo, Search Cloud, Love for SRC, DeSo Messenger, and beyond that. They're always looking for more collaborations as well. But Ado's doing a great job, Ado and team. And DeSocial World has become one of the most popular nodes on the DeSo blockchain.
Yeah, well, I think what's exciting is that each of these projects have their own roadmap. And while we all wait the big DeSo roadmap that should be coming pretty soon, uh, each of these projects, whether it's DeSocial World or Story or Pearl or Vibe Hut or Open Prosper, you name it, they all have roadmaps that they're working on, just trying to ramp up the community, ramp up their projects. So there's a lot to look forward to. Even though things seem slow right now, I do think that things are going to pick up probably in the next couple of weeks for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So somebody
So
returned, Brian. Who's back?
yeah, so before we get to who's back, I just wanted to point out something that Goldberry sent to us this morning. And she said that we now have a new indie folk band on DeSo, Bassett Music. And they joined after Hannah onboarded them yesterday, I guess it was. Just want to point that out. I know there's a lot of music fans on DeSo and Goldberry. Thanks for pointing that out and Hannah, thanks for onboarding Bassett Music. And
And
looking forward to seeing what they're going to do.
welcome aboard Bassett Music.
Yeah, and turning to who's back, look who's back, Brock Pearson. After 140 days in the void, Brock Pearson has returned, the famous Brock Pearson of DeSo. And he asked what he has missed. And Nata responded saying, dropping a roadmap shortly. And I can confirm that a roadmap is coming out very, very, very soon. I think a lot of you guys are going to like what is in the roadmap, I hope. Uh, Brock said that when he left, Dao Dao was just starting, which he wasn't fond of. That's his right, not to be fond of Dao Dao. Brock is an OG. We've met Brock. I think we met him maybe in Miami and in LA. I don't remember if it was in
Yeah.
Miami, but he's such a great guy to talk to. High on life, great things to say. I'm glad he's back. I hope he sticks around because I think DeSo is going to hit a new growth spurt soon.
Yeah, and hopefully he stays, like you said. So Thorsten, a DeSo OG, I guess I should say, DeSo OG, and developer, has brought DeSo Stream back. If you haven't checked out DeSo Stream, it's a node, but it has a really different UI UX, and it's really very very smooth the way it works. Check it out. It's just DeSo.stream. But he's also launching Chip In, and Chip In is a revolutionary micro donation service on the DeSo blockchain. And the whole white paper has been released. If you click on the link above this video, you can get to that white paper. It's going to feature one-click donations, has spending limits, fast payouts, and it's most importantly 100% secure. So check out chipin.social. And if you go chipin.social/white paper, you can see the entire white paper explaining what chip-in is. But I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, I didn't get to read the entire white paper, but I'm definitely going to go back and do that today. I think that donations are can be a very big part of DeSo and what it allows because if you get a few charities onto DeSo, and this might be totally away from what he's doing, I think that it legitimizes them. And you can have a trustless way to donate to charities, whether it's through diamonds or uh, NFT splits or whatever. So I know at NFTZ we have this in our roadmap. We want to work with charities, and DeSo, the technology that DeSo offers, allows a lot of this. And I'm glad you see Thorsten back, and he's definitely somebody that and not back because he's been here all the time. But I'm
Yeah,
glad you see him back coding and developing on DeSo. One of our favorite developers for sure.
definitely. Another developer, it's Aditya. He actually discovered yesterday that DeSo is an associate partner of the Hack the Mountain 3 hackathon.
Wait a second.
Apparently,
Wait a second. Wait a second. I don't think it's as a developer, right? He always says he's not. Isn't that the
really,
case?
I view him as a developer. Maybe he's not. I don't know.
He
I
does
always,
build a lot on DeSo, so maybe
I
I'm
know. I
mistaken.
think
Maybe
you
it's a
are.
D can qualify himself.
So anyhow, DeSo is an associate sponsor of the Hack the Mountain 3 hackathon, and nobody really knows about this, except now we know about it because it's Aditya made a post about it. But there also he noted that DeSo holds a weekly hackathon in partnership with Major League Hacking. I do remember them joining Major League Hacking a while back, but nobody really knows about these hackathons that they're holding. Shouldn't the community know more about this? What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I hopefully maybe they'll roll out a roadmap of different events that are going
That
to
would
be
be
taking
awesome.
place. Uh, but yeah, I want to move on to the top NFT bids over the last 24 hours, thanks to NFTZ. These people bid on the most NFTs in the last day. Vesna Solarin was number one, followed by La Big Mac, BitClout FR, Vishal Gulia, Randier, Ali B, Garbo, Rhubarb, Dragonstone, and Bob X. And the top daily gainers in coin value over the last 24 hours, thanks to our friends at Altumbase, these people saw their coin value or their social token slash creator coin go up the most in value along the bonding curve over the last day. And they are as follows. Our friend NFT Van Halen doing really cool things with his Agent X NFT. If you haven't checked out Agent X, definitely check that out. NFT Van Halen, Boss Van Halen. is an awesome guy. Of course, he's working with us on NFTZ too. After NFT Van Halen is P-Boy17, Whaleshark.pro, an OG. Guess some people are speculating that he might be back. J Fraz 2204, Goosies, Sego No K's, Natter, Robert Graham, Rhubarb, and Jeffrey Mashaw.
Congratulations. And today's events, thanks once again to Miss Katie Ann for providing us with this list. There's a ton of events today, so bear with me here. 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Vibe Hut is Crypto Weekly with Darian Parrish. Always a great room. Darian has such a vast knowledge of the crypto space. At 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Twitter is a Twitter Spaces weekly room with Mario Nawfal. It's an ETH merge debate, BS versus hype versus reality, plus NFT market analysis. There's another $10,000 giveaway. They do this every single week. It's crazy, right? It's at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Twitter. At 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Vibe Hut is Programming Labs Code Development Library. And it appears there's another room on Vibe Hut at 11 a.m. With one Dolinsky, Demand Curve Intros and TikTok Strategy. And then at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, also on Vibe Hut, is Talking Tuesdays with one Dolinsky. Chris One Dolinsky is going to be a busy guy today. At 2 p.m. Eastern Time, also on Alt Space VR, DeSo Alt Space Metaverse with Daryl Gold, Wildography, Dr. Rob, Mr. Triplet, and more. That's always an exciting event at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. At 5 p.m. Eastern Time is Job Networking on Vibe Hut. Man, Vibe Hut's really flourishing today. At 6 p.m. Eastern Time is a new users welcome and walkthrough on Entra with Sean Tron. So lots of
Yeah,
events
and
today.
I think you should just go to Vibe Hut and just sit on Vibe Hut all day and wait for things to open up. It appears that it's going to be an action-packed place this afternoon and early this evening.
Yeah, I mean, you could just go over there and say you're free to talk, and then others can start talking with you. So it's always a good time on Vibe Hut. But that's all the news we have for today. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and we will talk to you tomorrow.